Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of Softline. I'm Nancy Banigo and with me today I have Idongesit Ideh. Ideh.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon.
Nice to meet you, Idongesit. How do they pronounce your Idongesit in the short form?
Ideh.
ID. Okay, you're welcome to the show.
Thank
So
you.
I'm starting with Idongesit today because Edidon is on her way. She'll be running a bit late today. So let's talk a little before we go on break and talk about our main topic.
Okay.
How is life?
Life is lifing.
I like that word. Life is lifing.
Yeah.
And I see you guys are always, going around trying to educate people on one thing or the other. Could you just tell us a little bit about your last outing?
Okay. So my last outing was on Friday.
Okay.
It was, should I say, fun and educative. So I got to meet with these girls at Oron,
Okay.
where we spoke about menstrual hygiene. Saturday was International Day of the Girl Child. So we went to meet with these girls in this community and we spoke to them about menstrual hygiene, about menstrual health,
Okay.
how to take care of themselves, and we also inspired and empowered them about being a girl, that there was nothing wrong with that, and it was a really fun experience to have this conversation with them, to interact with them, and to have them open up their arms and their mind to this new information. So it was really wonderful.
And talking about the girl child, on that day, what message, did you actually pass to them?
Okay.
Apart from talking about the menstrual hygiene, all that has to do with menstruation, the girl child seems to have a whole lot going on. So there's so much to talk about, when we're talking about the girl child. So I wanted to know if there's something outside menstrual hygiene or menstrual products that you discussed with them, and were they able to open up to you on other matters?
Okay, after the Friday outing, I had the opportunity to go out again on a Sunday to another community.
Okay.
This time, it wasn't for the menstruation part of it. It was to tell these girls, you are beautiful. And there was a story that inspired that outreach, There was this woman from that same community that was rejected at 8 months old just because she is a girl. You know the pain of what the girl, when I read her story, she said at 8 months, the father took her on a bike to her maternal village, dropped her there. There was nobody in the compound.
8 months or 8 years?
8 months. There was nobody in the compound. They just dropped her there. And, as a child, she had weighed herself and everything. So the grandmother, she had to be there till the grandmother came back from where she went to and took her and raised her. And to the glory of God, she's doing well. She's a first class. She's outside the country. And that inspired me a lot. So I had to go back there and tell this girl child, even through rejection, you are still a star. And your background does not define your future.
Absolutely.
So these are the message I passed to them on Friday and on Saturday. I let them know that apart from menstruating, there is more to life. Aside from being a girl, there is more to life. And your background, your story is the past. Your future is a new chapter. You have to begin to write yourself.
Absolutely. I can imagine the joy in their faces after listening to such message from a youngster like you.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Okay, so just one more question before we go on a quick break. When you go around them like this, what are those particular kind of questions or kind of problems they come to you with? I met a lady once upon a time, and she told me that when she goes for outreach like this, the kind of stories these young girls bring to her breaks her heart a lot. Some of the stories on what they call them, domestic abuse, sexual harassment, rape, they endure so much. They cannot talk because of the stigma that comes with some of those incidents. So I was wondering if you have ever encountered, such stories coming from young girls in any of those communities you visited.
Okay, so one of the saddest story I've heard was this girl that was deaf and she was dumb. I got, this sign language, someone was there interpreting it, and she explained how she was raped. She can't shout. She can't speak out. So with the sign language, I got to know, okay, that if we that have voice are going through it, and the trauma that the people that have voice are going through, I can only imagine someone who can't talk what she is going through. And I also had this conversation with this lady, and it was shocking, because in my mind I was like, how can this happen? But then it happened through her lifespan. So she grew up when she was a teenager, from childhood to teenage. She told me that she had been raped 13 good times.
Oh goodness.
Okay, different. She grew up in a community where she wasn't really taken care of. She had to like do what she can to survive. And in the process, having to be raped because you did this, she just saw her body out there. So there are girls, in as much as we might think that the knowledge is everywhere, everybody has gotten the information, but it will surprise you to know that there are some areas that don't even know that they can speak up. There are areas that girls are still going through it. Okay, and if we did not go out there, we wouldn't have heard these girls who is deaf and dumb. We couldn't have heard their story. So aside from the menstrual period poverty part of it, there are other stories that is out there.
I can only imagine the kind of stories you guys hear on a daily when you go on this outreach. But it's okay. May the good Lord continue to strengthen you. All right.
If you continue hearing this story, you could sell your house.
I tell you, just to help. Anyway, we'll talk more on that in the course of the show. What if we told you that something as natural as a period can still be a source of stress and anxiety for many? So joining us today is Idongesit Ideh, a champion for menstrual hygiene and product accessibility, who will dive into the world of period products, tackle the taboo, and explore the solutions to make period more manageable for all. So Ideh, I'm going to call you Ideh. You're welcome once again to the show. So Ideh is an advocate for menstrual hygiene and menstrual products. A very important topic, I must tell you. So I'm going to start this way. I would like to know why exactly you decided to be an advocate for menstrual hygiene and menstrual products. Okay.
When I started menstruating, it wasn't a good experience.
Oh.
It wasn't a good experience at all. I had reactions to almost every product I used. And when I say reaction, it was so bad that every month I had to visit the hospital, one medication or the other, and it led to being hospitalized, surgery, and everything.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so coming out from that, I remember I went to a pharmacist one day as part of my hospital and pharmacy visit. So this pharmacist told me, what if I told you there is a solution? Instead of using the regular menstrual care products, why not try something new?
Okay.
So at that point, I was like, what could that be? So he said, try the menstrual cup. I was desperate, of course, I was in need. So I looked it up, I ordered it. And honestly, when I heard menstrual cup, I was,
thinking of the cup with the regular cup.
Yeah, so when it arrived, I tried it and I started experiencing peace of mind during menstruation. So I told myself, if just me, I'm going through this, I can only imagine how many other women are going through the same thing I went through. So I was like, I'm going to start talking about it, or let people know that whatever they are going through is natural.
Okay.
And because my body doesn't react to this, doesn't mean yours cannot react. And there are also ways we can handle this.
Such.
So I decided to tilt toward that area and make my voice heard and let every woman out there know that they are okay. There's nothing wrong. Yes.
Absolutely. I love that idea. I love that. Okay, so we'll be opening up our phone lines for this show today. And just let me call the phone lines before we go on a quick break to bring in Eddie Young. Our phone lines are 0911-209-7653. And the second line is 0913-6275-484. All right, we'll go on a very quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the discussion. Stay with us. to bring in Eddie. Eddie, how are you doing? And thanks for coming in late.
I've been expecting and waiting anxiously
to
really
see this topic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A wonderful topic, I must say.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's talked about how she got into this advocacy as a young girl. You know, young girl is supposed to be enjoying herself and all that, but here she is advocating for menstrual hygiene and accessible menstrual products. It's a very good thing you're doing. Okay, so now that you've told us the story, what are the challenges you faced so far as you're doing this advocacy?
Okay, so I don't want to really call it a challenge, because, you know, when you're bringing something new into the system, you have to be ready to make sure everybody gets to welcome it. So, you know, we are so used to the regular menstrual care products. So having to introduce reusable products that you can actually use over time, a lot of people are like, what is that? And, you know, we have a lot of menstrual myth going around.
Absolutely.
So when they get to see these new products, they are so used to the old ones. So the challenge, as you say, which I don't really see that way, is that we have to keep talking, advocating. There is no level of advocacy that is enough. It's something we just have to keep doing at all time. So to bring an opening arm so we can embrace the change and know that our forefathers came. Now it is our turn to make a change.
I love that. Eddie, you want to come in now?
Yeah, so you know, she said the advocacy is for people to accept it. A lot of people are ignorant. Are you aware of that too?
Yeah.
A lot of people are very ignorant about these things. So the advocacy is quite timely. As much as you want to make people accept it, you also look forward to those who were very ignorant, who thank you for making them see this. For me, I'll quickly want to know, you know,
okay, but then she said something that there are so many myths flying around about this. If you could just tell us some of them, right?
Yeah, we can talk about the myths.
Okay, the number one myth that is, I've heard it so many times, that period blood is dirty. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of people that when you talk about period blood, even the women, they'll find it to be so icky. Oh, it's dirty blood. But they fail to understand that period blood is just the fluid and endometrium flowing out of your body. There's nothing dirty about it. So that's number one. To let people know that your period blood is not dirty. It's just a very natural something, just like we breathe. It's natural. It's not dirty. It's from our body, and it's just an unfertilized egg.
You know, with this talk, you have a long way to go to convince some people. Some people are, you know, they are just there that you can't tell them.
And you know, the crazy thing is, I would try, I'm not saying it's right, but I would try to understand a bit if this is coming from the men. But when it's coming from women.
Okay, so don't forget that people, anything blood, just irritates them. Fear of blood, and then the passage from where it's coming from. So I can also, so I don't know if you understand. If you have a cut, I'm not sure they'll run away from it or call it contaminated blood. You know,
I understand.
Well, I mean, so like you said, the advocacy.
And that's why it comes. The products come in varieties. You know, there are even now there are people that the regular disposable part, you find it very funny when they want to dispose them. You know, they'll be like, if they had a way, they would wear gloves. So that's why it comes in varieties, such that you also have the product that you don't need to touch the blood, just
all right, so before we talk about your product, which is a new one in the market, right? Let's talk about the products that are already in the market, accessing those products. How do you see it? What's your take on it? Is it easy to access for young girls or girls around the country, or is it a difficult task?
You know, I think that depends on the region. Okay. You know, like the disposable parts, that's what we have everywhere. But here in the city, we might think it's accessible, but when you take a walk, you make a visit to the rural areas, I'm not talking about rural in there, you find out that there are girls that are using plantain leaves. There are girls that are using tissue. There are girls that are using cotton wool. And once they push this cotton wool in there, the dampness, and you will definitely not remove everything when you're removing the remnant that could lead to a lot of ailments. So I would say that no, they are not really accessible to everybody. There are some areas that you go to and you find out that they can't even get, some of them, they have the money, but they can't get this product. Like one of the village I went to, from the main road to the village is a long walk. And I checked, I couldn't find one store. So I was wondering, how do they get it? How do they survive during their period? So there are some areas that this product have not gotten to, which we still need to, work towards making it accessible to girls in such areas. Yeah.
All right. The cost. I see lots of persons who say, even though I'm still going to ask you that question, what's your take or what you think the policies around purchasing menstrual products should be. But when you go to these interlands, what are the costs? Do you see like locally made regular periods, or is it the regular ones we see in the big supermarket, and how much are they?
Okay, so I don't really see the ones they make.
Okay.
What I see more is what we see in the supermarket.
Okay.
And for the cost, it's still the same thing with what is here. The only major problem is the accessibility. Is how they could access it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's
because I think the cost implication too would make it not so accessible. And again, as we talk, I think we should also encourage alongside people accepting menstruation as part of life, not being shy about it, because I think that also hinders
breaking the stigma, open conversation on it.
So you see, parents don't train their children, they don't even talk to their children about it. All they want to know is, some of them are not even conscious to ask, have you seen your period? So their children could start seeing period, and they're all handling the whole thing all by themselves, and the mother never asks and just assumes, oh, my child is sick, or maybe stumbles one day to say that the child is thin or something. So I think parents should be more intentional about, following up on this and then educating their children better. They should know better, maybe in their time. I remember those olden days, some didn't even used to wear anything. When on your period, you are being isolated, you don't go out, then you sit down on the floor, that kind of thing. Exactly. Exactly.
I remember my first time, and I know my mom never told me anything about menstruation. In fact, the only thing I knew about menstruation was through friends. And they keep saying, whenever you see blood there, that means you have gone to see a man. So that was the myth then. So when you see that blood, I was so afraid and shy to say it, because this would mean like, you're going to see a man. So I had to handle it myself until it became too much that I couldn't hide it. And then when my mom saw, she was, oh my goodness, she felt so sorry, felt so bad that she didn't tell me anything about it. So, but now it's no longer the case. We discovered that the timing for period these days has reduced from what we used to have, like from 10, 11, 12, those days. Now, even 8 years old to see their period. So I think normalizing this discussion is the way to go for parents. Okay, so now let's dive in, because I know Eddie is dying to know what those products are. So Eddie, go ahead and ask your questions on those products. Maybe she should tell us
on the new products.
Yeah, the products.
Okay, so it's for her to educate us, just show us and their uses, because everybody knows the regular parts, parts with iron.
Iron?
Yeah, ION.
Oh,
the ionized so that parts like that where they'll tell you it's healthy and all of that. So, but let's know. I know about reusable parts here. You have one here?
Yeah, this is the reusable part.
I've been loving it. Wow. So let's start with that. Can I feel it?
Sure.
Nancy,
it's
I'm the first.
It's quite soft,
Is this in the market?
Yes. But it's new to the market, so a lot of people are still new to the product.
Looks more like a diaper.
Yeah. Hey. You can only see this on Softline.
And the cotton there is breathable.
Really?
It's not it's different from
what
the
clothes we wear, the cotton.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are eco-friendly products, right?
Yes. You want to feel it?
Oh, yeah.
She don't want to be left behind.
Oh, my goodness. It's so soft. It's so soft. Are you sure this is going to hold?
Yeah. It does. You know, this
For heavy flows?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course, it comes in varieties, just like we have the disposable pad for heavy flow and the
Okay.
yeah. So this also comes in varieties for
Okay.
heavy flow
And the
also,
light flow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what they call the
Disposable.
reusable pad.
Reusable.
Okay. So now this is not for people who are so scared to touch blood.
No.
Absolutely not. If you are those type who do
They will touch it if it's
But,
affordable
you know,
and they know that it's cost effective. Yeah, they will. So don't think
I think the thing about this pad is once you've menstruated and you want to change it, the moment you put it in running water, everything, you just see everything go. You don't even need to touch it. So for those that don't like, all you have to do is just, and the water washes it out.
Okay.
And, you know, let me tell you my first experience with this pad.
Good.
When I used this pad, I used it for about 3 hours. And then I was like, you know, let me check how is it holding? I checked, it was still this way. At that point, I was like, wait.
Is it that you stopped menstruating or
what happened? So I was like, what's going on? Okay, let me take it up, wash it, and try another one. It was when I put it under the water that I saw
the
that.
whole thing.
So what it does is it absorbs it, and then you just see it.
It keeps the surface dry.
Yes. So I was like, okay, I am so making noise about this one too.
Okay, so I'm quick to ask, how is it packaged? How many does it come?
Okay, there is a pack that contains 8.
Okay.
And there's also a pack that contains 5. There's a pack that contains 3. So you go for the
Which
one that
one?
works.
Okay, so how affordable
And the
is
cost,
it?
yeah.
Is
And
it
the cost,
affordable?
okay, for the one that's like this one, there's a pack of 5,000. There's a pack of 8,000. There's a pack of 6,000.
Okay.
All right, so
that's
that would do. And how long can this last? Like
Yeah.
how many years?
When does
2
it
years.
expire?
2
Okay.
years. Oh.
After 2 years,
So you can
discard it.
imagine just
Yes.
spending just like say maximum 8,000 for 2 years.
Okay, so for one of this, how, okay, when it dries, you can use it again. So you recycle each of those, but after 2 years.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we need to talk about something. You know, it's a good thing we have these eco-friendly products, but managing them, taking care of them is one thing we have to also teach people. You know, I know of people who do this menstruation, their panties and everything, they dry them indoor. So what is the importance of taking this outside? I mean, sunlight on this. Is it something that when you don't take it outside, it's going to smell, or do we
Get
have
damp.
to? Yeah.
Must
Do
you
we have
expose it to
expose
sunlight or just airy
Indoor.
environment? Yeah, you can do it indoor.
Okay. So here's the thing. Whether it's your undies, panties, your pad, your tights, always endeavor to sun dry it.
Sun dry. Good.
Okay, so hanging it indoor is a no unless it's raining.
Okay.
But once the rain ceases, take it outside.
I'm glad I just have to bring that in because some are used to, you know, we have this saying that, oh, you're not supposed to expose your private things outside. So people use that excuse
You know,
to keep them indoor.
you know what has just crossed my mind? I'm imagining the students in the hostel.
Oh.
You know how they cluster their clothes when they are hanging, and then that means this will be marked if you are giving to a girl child in the secondary school, in a
name.
boarding house. So it needs to be, you know,
When I
marked
was
so that they
identification.
can, yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next product.
Okay, so the next product here is the period pants.
Okay.
So this is just like the normal pants we wear, but it's padded.
Padded. Oh, I want to feel that. Wow.
It's padded. So it comes in different sizes. There is another period pant that is padded all the way from here down to the front.
Okay.
So it depends on how heavy or how light. And this can take you for 12 hours.
Okay.
I'm looking at the size.
Yeah, it comes in
Okay,
different sizes.
right?
Different sizes. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the very extra plus size people, you have their sizes?
Yes.
Oh,
Up
beautiful.
to 6XL. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's a product that is made available for every woman. No one is left out.
How recent have this been?
It's always been there.
Like from time?
That is why we
always
have to
been
bring
there.
it so people can know about
how
it.
they-
Because I know
how
people
come
don't
they
know.
don't
This
know
has
about
been there before the disposable.
Oh,
Same
really?
with the period cup. And
You
it's
mean the
always been
reusable
there.
as-
It's been there before the disposable.
Lack of awareness.
Information, knowledge? Oh, no.
So that's why we have to bring it, so that people can know that it doesn't have to always be your disposable. And with the hard economy now, people are looking for short, easy way
But when you say
to go
it's
through
been
things.
there, when you say it's been there, for the markets of there, I think you rarely find it in some supermarkets or markets.
It's not popular, that's the point, but doesn't mean it's not there. It's there. When you ask, you'll be given.
This, especially the cup, the menstrual cup, I think is one of the first menstrual products.
Let me feel that.
So let's talk about that menstrual cup.
The cup, how it is used, because everyone,
All right, so it's soft, it's made of silicone. So all you do is, once you get it, you sterilize it by boiling in water.
Okay.
For like 15 minutes. And after that, some of them come with their sterilizer, which you just put inside the sterilizer. It's just like a cup, and then it does the work. And there are different folds to it. You can fold it small. You can fold it in any shape that works for you. And when your period comes, wash your hands, sterilize it, and use squats down. Just like you would insert a tampon.
Okay.
You pick
when
the
you
fold.
say just like you insert a tampon, most of us
I'm really
inserted
going to talk
tampon.
about it. For the mothers, you just fold it. Once you fold, when you're menstruating, you're not dry, so it's okay. Yeah. So you just, once you insert it into your private part, it pops open, it stays in there, and the thing is, you won't feel it.
Oh, really?
You won't feel it.
You can only feel it in your head.
Yeah,
knowing that something is there.
Exactly.
So it can't slip in and then disappear inside. Good question. Because people could be afraid.
Yeah,
there's no rope or something
to drag
attached to it, to drag it out.
When we have a body, the woman's anatomy, nothing can actually. We have the cervix there that is very tiny, so this can't go into your body. And when you're bringing this out, once you go to the restroom, apply a little pressure on your abdomen, and it comes down. Once it comes down, all you have to do is just grab it, and then you pull it out. You pour it out. This is not for the people that don't like touching blood. You pour it out. You wash it with a mild soap, not scented soap. And then you quickly fold it and you reinsert it, and you're good to go. Then after your period, after the whole 5 to 6 days period, you wash it, you sterilize it again, and you keep it for the next day.
So how affordable is the cup, the silicone
cup? Okay, we have them at 15,000, 10,000.
Okay.
So it depends on the package you're getting. If you're getting the whole cup, the sterilizer, everything, to cost you about 15,000. If you're just going for the cup itself and the pouch to put it, it could cost you about 10,000. And you can reuse it for 5 years.
5 years.
Economical.
Yeah, it is.
Economical. So let's go to the next product.
All right. So here we have the tampon. Tampon comes in 2 types. The applicator and the applicator tampons. That's the one that comes with the applicator, and the one without the applicator. So this one is without the applicator. So this is how it is. So you unwrap it. Once you unwrap it, this is what you get. Yeah. So after washing your hands, this is disposable actually. It's made up of organic products that is eco-friendly. It doesn't harm the ecosystem. So once you've unwrapped it, you insert it and you leave part of this outside. Then after like 5 to 6 hours, you take it out and then you dispose it properly. So people that are afraid of blood can actually use this.
How about people with heavy flow?
Like I said, it comes in varieties. We have a tampon for heavy flow. And we have a tampon for regular flow. Yes.
Now, we are seeing this in like Eddie. We've not seen some of these products. So now this goes to talk about how backward we see I tell you, we are just used to the regular period. So what is your thought on menstrual education in schools?
Okay, menstrual education, if I had my way, it would be one of the subjects in school. Like it would be a compulsory subject in school, on its own, not under another subject. Because if we have been talking about this since a lot of people would have been educated about it. They would know the stigmatization wouldn't be so alarming as it is right now. Girls wouldn't be ashamed. Girls wouldn't be shy. One of the schools I went to, I asked them, okay, I told them, today I'll be talking about menstruation. You had to see, there was a girl that her head was on the table till I was done talking. And I just allowed her have her moment. She was so shy. She didn't raise her head up. Even when I told the boys, okay, if you're too shy, let the boys excuse us, they were still shy to talk about it, even as girl to girl. So if this is being talked about and taught, it would go a long way.
Okay, so I remember during my primary school days, an integrated science textbook, because I had an experience sometime learning that particular topic. I don't know if it was expunged from the curriculum, but I know it used to be there, talking about the human body,
Anatomy.
puberty and menstruation. It used to be a particular chapter. And it also, children were always so excited of all the topics, they would want to go there and then they'll look at you to see if you have developed those things, know if you have big hair and all of that because of all the signs. So I don't know if that was explained, but I feel right from then, because we had it, there should have been more detailed explanation, and then making a child know how to be confident about this. Make a girl child know that, listen, this is natural, it happens to everybody. So I feel if they start early. So, and I also feel parents, when once your child is up to the age of 10, except those 10? Who are unfortunate. Yeah, I know a lot
I think you should start from 5.
No, 5 is too early, Nancy.
5.
Well,
I'm not surprised you said that, because with what we are taking in now, I was so surprised to see a girl of 6 with hairs
on her
armpits. So I was like, and she was already beginning to develop breast.
Yeah, I know that. But...
So I was like, if she is not taught right now, it might come when she least expected.
All right.
Yeah, I think that should be considered seriously when to start educating the children. So I think, how about disposal of the proper disposal of
menstrual products?
Yeah. Okay. Of those other ones that are disposable.
Okay, so first thing is that's why if there is a way we can all tilt to the organic, it will go a long way. Because why am I saying that? There's some product that even when you dispose them, I did an experiment with one of the products. After it's been a while, I used disposable, but I wanted to try something. So I used it, and then I literally buried one. I buried one, and I tried to burn one. I spent up to 30 minutes trying to burn that product.
And
it was stressing me. And not everybody would have the same patience to want to burn it. I buried the other one, and when I went back a few days later...
We'll have a call. Let's take a call, then we'll come back to that. All right, we'll have a call. I didn't get the name, but if you're... Okay. Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. Okay, I wanted to find out about some of boys that maybe at some point of this menstrual flow, you have to experience some cramps. What are the measures? Some persons say it is actually right to take some medications like pain relief, and then some persons believe that you're not even supposed to take such. Maybe your system might get used to it, and then you have to be doing the medication anytime you're seeing your menses. So I want to ask, is it best for you to take medication, or it's better to just ignore and then endure the cramps? Because there's some of this cramp that comes unbearably, and then it's something that you cannot even hold on. I want to understand, is it medically okay for you to take medication, or you just endure the cramps?
All right, Becky. I'm sure she'll answer that question.
Okay. When she asked that question, I couldn't help but smile, because I can share her pain. But I need you to understand that most menstrual pain is not it's not normal. You know, in my case, I used to have serious menstrual cramps that at some point, I remember I slumped once just to find out that I had endometriosis. So I would advise you, if the cramps you are having, it's so painful that it interrupts you, it interferes with your daily activities, please check medical, go to the hospital, seek medical attention, and be sure that it's menstrual cramps you're battling with, not another ailment. And two, I won't really tell you to go for medication, because taking too much medication, there's something a certain drug does that it will relieve the pain, but when you keep taking it, you know, there is an after effect it will have with your health. So what I would advise you to do is, we have hot water bags, we have menstrual heat belts. You go for it. What hot water bag does is, you fill it with not very hot water, and you use it to massage your abdomen. I know, you know, some people have the cramps up to their waist. You massage up to your waist, and you have hot bath. Take warm tea. You can take ginger tea, and you can go for the hot menstrual heat belt. It's
I wish
like
you had come with some of those things so that we can see them, especially the hot what? The
hot water bag.
Bag. Okay.
Yeah. So you can go online and check for it. You definitely see it. The heat belt is just like a belt. Okay. The regular belt you wear, you know, the tummy belt, that's just how it is. And it's so portable that you can wear it out. If you don't tell somebody I'm using a heat belt, they won't know. So what it does, it provides heat to your abdomen, and it's also massage. It has this massage. So you go for those two things instead of medication. Take hot tea and hot bath.
All right. I hope Becky got all that. But let's quickly take some few tweets before you continue with that. All right. So our first tweet here is from Ade Kombi, and she said, when they ask what women need money for, let's start with the statistics of the average number of period products a woman uses throughout her life cycle.
Okay.
A lot of girls still cannot afford basic period care, and we are raising awareness in this regard. Just what we are doing here. All right. So the other one says, you are the gift. You know, you see that gift box that contains sanitary pads, chocolates, fruits, panties, and other stuffs that some guys get for their babes during their period. It's a very beautiful, thoughtful, and romantic thing to me. It is a pain relief on its own. Have you ever got that?
I make that.
Oh, you made that?
I make that, but I haven't gotten that yet.
It's a wonderful gift, I tell you. Men looking at that, all the pain will just disappear.
Yeah.
All right, so many women still lack even basic period hygiene. Once you step outside the social media bubbles, we need to start talking more about period cramps, delayed cycles, and the period and the products we use. Periods are not something that feels ashamed. Silent only keep women ignorant. Yeah, absolutely. And then our last tweet here is from Lulu, and he says, what kind of products are you using? My new faves are period panties, mostly. In combination with the tampon for the heavier days, make me feel a lot more safe and comfy. All right. That's all the tweet. I think I like that part. It's comfy, just like this one.
Yeah.
I think when you're wearing that one, it feels more comfortable.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so now you still have some thoughts you want to share. Go ahead.
Well, not much.
Okay.
One of the tweets I just wanted to talk about the period box. Yeah, because you know, it's aside from it being a romantic thing, it's also a way of, imagine you are just here and you're told, okay, you have a package out there for you. Already
some idea there for some guys.
So the kind of box, what is in that box can actually come with the pad, the heat belt I talked about, some you know, thoughtful things, and
it goes a long way.
It goes a long way. And the thing is, you don't just have to wait to receive it from a guy. You can also give it to your fellow friends, and then let's just share the love.
Because nobody understands the pain
like
more than we do.
So the idea of a gift box for containing, I mean, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
I don't know how that came up. But
whoever came up with it,
it's a brilliant idea. And I think people should practice more of that. It should come as birthday gifts and all of that. Okay, so let's look at availability of those products. How can we help, make it such that it gets into the market for people to really know? I'm surprised. You won't believe it. Apart from the tampons and the cup, which I see online or maybe here as for the period pants. And then this I heard and have been longing. I keep asking, and nobody, I've actually asked. Ever since I heard there is a reusable pad, I've always longed and asked and wanted to see. So I think there is one that was locally produced.
Okay.
Where clothes or, something is being packed and sewn,
All right. So first, I'm going to say this is, because we say reusable parts doesn't mean you can just use any products.
Exactly.
Okay, that's why we all felt this, and we know that we have the cotton that we wear, and we also have breathable cottons.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is breathable. So if we can there are companies in Nigeria that are actually producing this pad.
Okay.
So if we could get to these companies, maybe have a collaboration or an alliance with them, so that they don't just produce these parts to us. Other region can be taught how to produce it. Because if we have a company in Abuja or Lagos producing this part, and we have 1 or 2 persons from each state coming to learn, you could take the idea back to your state. You could teach other people, and the products are made available. You teach other people, because when we have this everywhere,
people very accessible to people.
Exactly. And no matter how you hated it, one day you want to try it and be like, okay, let me just try it. And there's no way you will feel the comfort there and you don't want to try it.
So what other policies, I keep saying it, if they can subsidize other products in the market, but nobody has ever thought about, or I don't know if there are policies like that to subsidize menstrual products. Is there anything like that?
Well, for me, I would say, there's something I learned is, if you're waiting for a solution to come and it's not coming, then let's start doing something. Let's just do something. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we are waiting for it and it's not forthcoming, we can start talking about it and try letting people know, okay, let's do this. Sometimes you could be waiting for it to come, but if you can come up with something and tell them, this is what I have, have a feel of it, they could change their mind.
Okay, so in your own opinion, what do you think the government can do to help, mitigate some of these problems, challenges we have with accessing menstrual products, especially these eco-friendly ones?
Okay, the first one is the government should listen to us. Okay, so if they can listen to us and then hear us, all right, it will go a long way, because one, we could take this idea to the government, we could have these products produced locally. And aside from it just being accessible to everybody, it has a way of creating job opportunities. So if you imagine taking this idea, the government establishing a place in the rural, when I say inside the village, and we have a group of people producing this in the village. The girls there, the women there would also learn how to produce this. And then
how about the materials used to produce this? Are things we can source locally, or we have to import? If it's locally, then that means it's a easy thing to do.
There is a brand, a company that produces reusable part from bamboo. There are also people that produce it. The plantain we have, the fiber. Sterilize it well, pass it through the necessary procedure, and then you can have something like this. So, the thing is, when we keep looking out there, we miss what we have within. So it will surprise you to know that we could actually have these products with us here. But because we are looking out there, we fail to see it within us. So if we could, the people that have the idea of using this bamboo, I came across a page on social media. And to think that it was a man, it wasn't even a woman that was producing it, and I took time to study his process. And if we could have more of that, we won't have to be spending much in importing the products.
And then how important is it? Because if there's a problem, that is when the solution, we begin to look for the solution. So if that man thought of it, then there must have been, okay, we have a caller. Let's get this caller first. We have Blessing from River State. Hello, Blessing.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nice to have you on the show. Hello, Blessing. Okay, I guess the network. So, Blessing, if you can, please do call back. So, as I was saying, for that man to think about producing those kind of reusable parts or sanitary products, there must have been a very big problem in the village. So, what problems do you see, or why do you think it's important to have these eco-friendly products?
One, the ecosystem.
Okay.
All right. So it's for the past days we've been having a lot of rain, and if you take a walk out, you'd see that we have the gutters are blocked.
All right. I'm really sorry. I have to cut you there. I hear Blessing is back. Hello, Blessing. Can you hear us now?
Hello, please. Yeah. I wanted to ask, how do I get this product?
Okay, the reusable product. Which of them? All of them?
Yes, I would like to get all.
Oh, okay. All right. Just stay tuned to the end of the program. I'm sure she's going to mention how to get them. All right, Blessing. Thank you for calling. Okay, so continue.
All right. So when it rains, you go out there, you see pads on the streets, diapers, when the rain and it blocks the gutters, which is harmful to the ecosystem. Okay,
so that's why I talked about how to dispose of it, which you had. I think you didn't conclude on telling us about your experience when you buried one and then
tried to burn.
I think a call came in during the process. So I think I should do that first. Okay, so proper disposal for the disposable products after the period. It's right to wrap them neatly, and then put it in a waste bin can, or if you have a pit toilet, you can put it in a pit toilet, or you take it straight to where we have the bin, so that when this bin is being carried out, I believe the government, they have a proper way to dispose them. Because if we just leave it on the street or just throw it in the farm, when it rains, the water will definitely push everything out and the gutter will get blocked, and we have flood and everything will just keep happening. So proper disposal, wrap them properly and put them in a bin where it will be taken out the right way. All right, so we have to go. We just have 2 minutes. But before we go, if you can just give us, talk to our audience on proper way. You've just mentioned one, how to take care of, dispose of it. All right, talk to us about menstrual hygiene, how to take care of yourself during this period. Right. So quickly, menstrual hygiene, during your period, it's appropriate to have your bath 2 to 3 times. And there is nothing so wrong about bathing more than 3 times a day. And then the second one is avoid scented products. There are people that during their period, they will feel, I'm menstruating, so let me use perfume down there. No, it's instead of perfume, try. Once you keep yourself clean, you take your bath, you use the right product, you change. And, most products you see they're used for 8 hours, or sometimes like the period pants, you can use it for 12 hours. Doesn't mean you should actually use it for 12 hours. Okay. So you could use it for 4 to 7 hours to 8 hours is perfect. You don't have to exceed that. And one of my outreaches, a girl said, whenever I use my period and I'm not staying.
We have so many calls. Just hold on. Don't forget that thought. We'll have a call from Nasara. Said, let's one more call before we go. All right.
Hello.
Hello. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm Delight from Nasarawa State. So I want to ask, does the pad help for people having heavy flu? Because I usually have very heavy flu. So is it okay for people having heavy flu?
The what?
The reusable pad.
The reusable pad.
Okay, like I earlier mentioned, we have the reusable pad for heavy flu. And we also have for the regular flu. So you would go for the one with heavy flow.
All right. So the message you were giving to them before the call interrupted.
All right. So I was saying, because it is written 8 to 12 hours, doesn't mean you should use it for 8 to 12 hours. Change your products 5 to 7 to 8 hours,
Okay.
and have your bath regularly.
Okay. Before we go, is there something you wish people really know about menstruation? Like something you've come across people really don't know and you want them to know? Just in 1 minute.
Menstruation is not a taboo.
Absolutely.
And how can they access the product?
Yes,
Someone asked.
accessing these products.
Yeah, for those who
Is
want
it
to
popular
buy
in the
it.
supermarkets? How can they get this
Oh,
products?
give your
Okay,
contact.
so I think I will just leave my contact
Okay,
because
okay.
we have it in our store.
Okay.
So where you can pick up, we are located here in Uyo,
Okay.
Akwa Ibom State. So you could just call and then we'll have it delivered.
Oh, I wish I had taken that. But you can call your number. Just go ahead and call
All right,
it.
so my number is 080-866-93719. 080-866-93719.
All right. So whatever question you have about this topic we just discussed today, you can call that number, and ID is ever ready to answer those questions and to help you with accessing this eco-friendly menstrual products. All right, that's all we have today. As we wrap up this conversation, let's remember that periods are a natural part of life, and everyone deserves access to safe, affordable, and sustainable period products. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in, and let's keep breaking down barriers and working towards a world where periods are no longer a source of stress and anxiety. So until next time from all of us here, bye-bye, and thanks for watching.